We're also on podcast episode 10.
Good to know. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to our podcast, Don't Stop Beleafing, Season 2, Episode 10. I'm your host, Nolan Drinkwalter, and this is my co-host, King of the Christmas Gifts, Jackie Prince. How's it going, buddy?
I like seeing the thought process right before, because you clearly haven't thought of one. You're just trying to think of one on the spot.
No, I did think of that one. I just thought I was talking very loudly.
I was looking at the meter, actually.
I'm like, oh man, I should calm her down a bit.
You're blowing through people's ears like they're just listening in their car and you just blew their radio.
They should be used to it by now. This loud voice in their ear.
Yeah, Nolan's loud. If you look at the ripples when I'm editing, it's like Nolan up here and I'm just like these little tiny notches.
So you just know where I am. That's good. That's good.
And they're different colors.
Yes, and Merry Christmas to everyone. This is the first podcast after Christmas. It's been a bit. We have 7 games since our last one, and just catching up with everything. Jack, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Feeling good. Got through the holidays. Still have a couple more things left. Like we're going to the Leafs game tomorrow, and then we got New Year's Eve. So almost there. But it's been a great time so far. I'm so happy. Had the best holidays.
Awesome, man. That's good.
Yeah. How about you?
It's been awesome. It's been busy with 4 Christmases.
Yep.
We still have one as well this weekend coming up, and the Leafs game, and then we have a cottage we're going to for New Year's. So it's still a busy week. My week off is not one of relaxing, I can tell you that.
Yeah, at least you had your week off.
True, I had today off, and it was nice. Yeah. I had to go work at the camp.
Did you?
Yeah, we were burning a bunch of stuff, so it's always busy in this household, man.
Got to keep busy, man.
Got to keep that brain sharp.
Yeah.
So let's get to the big story of the week. Our assistant coach, the leader of the power play, Mark Savard, gets canned from the Leafs. The Leafs were dead last with a 13.3% success rate on the power play, which is crazy low. So this guy gone. What do you have to say about this? I got some other stats, but what are your first thoughts of this that happened? We all said it was coming. So what are your thoughts?
It's about time. That's all I can say. I don't understand why they waited so long on this. This is crazy to me. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting the same result. There were no changes to the power play all year. And even in the playoffs last year, like I felt like I was going insane watching this. Like just one change or something. I don't know. Anything. We talked about it every week on the pod. Just any change that they could make. And they didn't do anything. And ever since Marner left, they were just lost out there, just passing the puck around, not even knowing who they are, if they were even playing hockey. I don't know. Somebody should have reminded them. They were
lost at the beginning of the year last year too. Like even with Marner on the team, they weren't good.
They weren't great.
Over halfway through the season.
And I feel like they probably just said, screw the plan. We'll just do our own thing. And then, yeah. But I still don't think it was great. I don't like the look of it. I don't like the movement. It's all brutal. And watch the World Juniors right now. Their puck movement, everybody's moving. There's people changing spots. Like it's so much better than watching the Leafs.
Are they Olympic-sized pads they're playing on?
Dude, I was trying to figure that out because it looks a little bigger, but then again,
there's so much room in their zone, man.
Yeah, it looks bigger. I don't know. But also they're World Junior players, so it's like, are they just teenagers playing on an NHL size?
They're still man-sized men.
Yeah, I don't know.
My conspiracy theory is that the Leafs were tanking the power play on purpose.
To get rid of him?
They did not like this guy.
Dude, it's crazy. It's like, as soon as this guy leaves...
Oh, yes.
They're a whole different team, dude.
3 for 4 in the last 2 games. And I don't think I'm including the Detroit one, where they got a power play goal as well.
Yeah. Dude, there's 75% or something since he's gone. Or, yeah, since Steve Sullivan came in.
Because I think they got a power play goal against Detroit.
They did.
Yeah, so they are 4 for 6.
Yeah.
Crazily.
So 2/3 now, 66%.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not bad.
Whew.
So they replaced him with Steve Sullivan, who is the assistant coach of the Marlies, who did the power play down there. But the crazy thing is, the power play in the Marlies was just as bad as the power play for the Leafs.
That's wild.
Yeah. Like they were not doing good. And now so they bring this guy up but I understand why they're keeping it in-house, just because it's worked before. They brought up Sheldon Keefe. They brought up all the players with him. They brought up Van Ryn. They brought up other assistant coaches through the system. Like that's how a system's supposed to work, right?
Yeah.
As the coach graduates, the players graduate.
Familiar with the organization already, so it's not that big of a move, not that big of a life change.
Mm-hmm. And Kyle Dubas, like same thing happened with Kyle Dubas. Went from the GM down there, the GM up top.
Well, and it makes hiring at the AHL level easier because they see that they are moving people through.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's why people like, is it Luke Hames? He decides to sign with the team instead of going somewhere else. And he was a highly touted free agent from the NCAA.
Oh.
Yeah. And I think because he went through the draft. I don't think he got drafted, but
you're talking about the player. Yeah,
I'm talking about the player.
Because he saw what Nyes had done too, and the Leafs did with Nyes.
So yeah, so it's good to see that kind of stuff going through. But yeah, so the power play with the new coach is just ripping through. That's friggin' so funny to see that. It's a small change like that, and even the way they're playing is different too.
Yeah, all around their game. It's not just power play.
I know. Did they hate Mark Savard?
It's this team is tanking to get somebody fired. They fired him. Now they're like happy.
And then when they said Berube was safe, like, frig, we can't tank anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Steve Sullivan, by the way, met him. Dad, Mom, and I met him when he played for Nashville. I met him after one of the Leaf games because I knew the Nashville Brent Peterson through Parkinson's. And so he had us tickets to the game. And then it's just too bad Nashville lost because he was going to introduce me to more players, like Shea Weber was on the team back then. I could have met them. He did take me in the dressing room and stuff after, but all the players had already left because they lost and they were kind of pissed. So they just got on the bus. But Steve Sullivan was visiting family in the crowd at the same time we were meeting Brent. So Brent called him over, and kind of like a shorter guy, but he played really good hockey back in the day. And he was nice seeing his family and stuff to like come over and spend a little bit of time with me and talk to my family and stuff. So really appreciate that. So yeah, it was very nice back then. Nice to see somebody that you've met in this position, and he is doing a good job so far, I would say.
Yeah.
Or the players just decide to play.
He's just the best PP coach we've had ever. And I always remember playing as him in 2006 NHL. Mm-hmm. And because he's shorter, he was so fast.
Yeah.
He just ripped by everybody. That's the only thing I remember.
Speedburst, and then 06 was a skill stick, so you just press up, score every time.
Loved it. Or the other thing I remember is the puck going over the glass and hitting that fan in the face. Do you remember that for Steve Sullivan? So Steve Sullivan gets high sticked or hit in the head, and this fan's chirping him on the outside of the glass while he's going out to get like stitched up.
That was him?
Yeah. Steve Sullivan ends up coming back and playing, and the puck goes over and hits that fan in the head, cuts him, and he goes over and starts chirping him.
Yeah. I didn't know that was Steve Sullivan in that situation. That's so funny.
Yeah.
That is, what are the chances? That's so funny, that situation.
1 in a million. That's always like in the top 10 of like fluky plays. I love it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's awesome. So good for them finally doing something, even if it's as small as firing the PP coach, the power play coach. And maybe he had more to do with the offense because
well, it makes sense because Lalonde is the defensive coach, so Mark Savard was probably like offense, power play, whereas like Lalonde's probably penalty kill and defense.
Yeah, and
it would make sense, right?
I guess he's doing a better job, but the PK is on fire. So maybe we just keep Lalonde. Maybe we make him head coach, or not, or not.
Yeah.
So, first I want to talk about the end of the Chicago game because we ended on a sour note that the Leafs were losing terribly in that game to one of the worst teams in the league at the moment because they didn't have Connor Bedard. They end up winning the game. They turn it on with 10 minutes left in the third period, scoring 3 goals, 2 in 8 seconds.
Keefe hockey, baby. Just like when Sheldon Keefe was there. Just play 10 minutes of hockey. The rest of the game, who cares? We're skilled enough to just win a game on pure talent in 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. It was Joe Bowen night, so I'm happy they fucking won it for him.
Right? I felt so bad for the effort they were putting in for Joe Bowen night. I'm like, come on, guys. Dig deep here.
And they did.
And they did. They did.
So a couple talking points from that one. The crowd started booing with 10 minutes left. And they literally scored 10 seconds after that, 15 seconds after that, which was the funniest thing ever. Because it's like, oh, the crowd's probably like, oh, booing works.
Yeah, and just boo more. Boo!
So OEL scores that goal, gets the guys going, and they get a power play, and Matthews scores a pretty nice goal. Him and Nylander set something up. But what I want to talk about is, in those 2 first goals, Nylander was crap all game. Those 2 goals, I've never seen him work harder in my life to get the puck.
Yeah.
Because on Matthews' goal, they lost the draw. And the Chicago player gets it behind their net, or he's going to get it.
Yeah.
And Nylander is
Gets
like
it.
a rocket out of a cannon, man. Friggin' steals the puck easily out in front of Matthews, scores a goal.
Yeah, and he had 2 guys on him.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, if he plays like this all the time, he's Drysdale. He's McDavid.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand this guy at all.
The work ethic and drive isn't there. Something has to motivate him, and then all of a sudden it becomes like Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl-esque.
And on the first goal, on OEL's shot from the point, who's in front of the net? Nylander's the one screening the goalie. How often do you see that?
Crazy.
So yeah, that just boggles my mind at how good a player this guy is. When he turns it on for 2 shifts, it's a tie game.
They used to say when Nylander was like entering the league that in his offensive zone, when he was trying to either get the puck in the offensive zone or had the puck, he's the best player in the NHL. Guy wants that puck in the offensive zone. Any other part of the ring, he's unfazed, unbothered.
Oh yeah, we've seen it over the years, man. Yeah. you kind of, it's like good with the bad with Nylander. You just gotta accept it, man. At this point. So the other one is the Matthew Selly after the second goal. Goes to the crowd, throws his arms up, ear to the crowd, and I see it as an amazing, awesome thing. You got this guy who is pumped. 2, he's asking the crowd to cheer because we're tied the game. This is what you wanted. Yeah. And I love that, man. And I hate people shitting on it online. Like, how fucking stupid are you? It's
the classic, even Canadian fans as a general. We want more passion. And then when they show passion, it's like, oh, what a showboater. Like, oh, you can never win in this freaking hockey market. But I like it. I think it shows he cares. And it shows that he heard that they were booing and they're responding. Yeah. And they gave a shit.
And like anybody taking that negatively and being like, oh, this guy shouldn't be our captain. This guy's such an asshole. Like, what's he doing to the crowd? I'm like, do you not understand hockey or like literally
hockey
anything?
Fans are so stupid right now. It's so annoying because right now the World Juniors are going on and Team Canada's playing. And like, we're talking about 17, 18, maybe 19-year-olds, like real young kids. And the one day it's just like, this team is classless. Strip him of the C, like for Porter Martone. Like, strip this guy of the C. Like, wow, what a terrible representation. The next day, he comes out and he just takes it all accountability, all on me. It's my fault. We shouldn't be doing that stuff in warm up. I take accountability for that. And then he's like, and again, handshake line. I take full accountability. And then literally, this is the day after. Oh, look at this guy taking responsibility. We like him. Keep him the C. What maturity. These are the same people that were like, strip him of the C after one game. Literally one game. let's strip this teenager of the C. Like, as if Team Canada is ever going to strip somebody of the C after one game. You'd have to do something horrible for them to, like, change their mind about their captaincy. But it's just so funny how back and forth they are. Like, he says one thing and they're like, oh my God, what a response. Like, right back on the bandwagon.
Man, and the pearl clutching, like, from, like, what you said, like, in warm-ups, them tapping the shin pads of their team. That's, like, trying to get in their head. It's just mind games.
Dude, the thing is now, is there's a show called Shoresy out, and all these young people think it's hilarious to do what Shoresy does. So they're all doing stuff like that.
But like that's stuff that happened in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. It's not like this is the first time this has ever happened in hockey.
Yeah, but the best is the old heads that played in the 70s, 80s, 90s are like, classless.
And they're blaming Shoresy too.
Did that.
And they're blaming Shoresy, being like, oh, because of this show, these kids are doing this in hockey. Yeah, like that show's based off something, no?
It's based off the 70s, 80s, and 90s hockey. And even probably early 2000s even.
I've seen brawls started in friggin' warm-ups.
Yeah.
And then everybody played the whole game after that. And then people are just like, oh, this was the best hockey I've seen in my life.
Man, so funny. And the thing is, too, is like there's so many people, too, that are online that are just like, everything is soft. Everyone's so soft. Soft. It's just comments all the time. Just soft. And if somebody complains, it's like, oh, soft, you're soft. It's like the biggest chirp online.
And then they complain about these small things that happen. Like, how is that not soft?
but then it's so funny because literally, like, some guy will cross-check somebody in the face and then they'll be like, soft. That guy's soft. It's like, dude, that guy just got cross-checked in the face.
And he's hurt.
And he's actually hurt. You can't just say soft.
And then the other thing they were complaining about was poor Motone hitting the guy's butt on the way by after he scored the empty netter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, penalty, definitely a penalty. Hilarious.
Yeah, it's also, that guy plays in Peterborough for the Petes.
The guy he hit?
Yeah, and Porter's from Peterborough.
I honestly didn't know that either.
So, might know him? I don't know. We don't know the relationship there.
And he seemed like a little chirp.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fine by me. Like, something that's, to me, that's head games. We've actually, I've been a part of that in a game where you're in a playoff series and it's a 3-2 game. You just score that goal to take the lead, and then you're doing crazy shit going by the bench. I've done that plenty of times.
Yeah. Anyway, it's pretty funny that just something like that just sets so many people off because it's off the beaten path.
So small, and they're like,
oh,
go ahead.
I was gonna say Porter. Well, his dad worked with me for 9 years at Canadian Hockey Enterprise, and his dad worked with my parents for 4 years as a school teacher. So once he finished his hockey career, his dad did, because he was captain. His dad was captain of the Petes, and then went to St. FX University, and then I think he played a little bit of pro. Anyway, once he was done, he became a school teacher, and then he worked with my parents at Dunsford, and then I worked with him at Canadian Hockey Enterprise for so many years. And his dad's a beauty. And his dad would always think of the game differently, because he'd be like, he tried to rethink skating backwards, like the way you skate forwards.
Really?
Yeah, so instead of doing C cuts, he was like, why don't we do strides out like that? And he practiced it, and his dad got so good at it, he could actually go so fast. But it's our hips don't work that way, kind of. That's why we don't do it. But it was very interesting to watch him do it, and got really good. And then another thing you think about is when Porter, this is when Porter is really young. He's like, how often in a game do we take wrist shots from here and go to here?
Yeah.
He's never. He's
lined up, yeah.
He's especially when you get older, you never have the time to take a proper wrist shot. So he had Porter taking the puck from in his skates, shooting from a young age, or receiving the puck from out here and getting a quick shot off. So he was developing a shot from different spots in his body and different angles from a young age.
Yeah.
Instead of just standing there with your shoulders, the net's over there, to your left, and you're 90, perpendicular to the net or whatever, and just saying the same thing, doing the same shot. So it was kind of interesting listening to him, the way he was thinking of changing the game at a young age. And Porter was a good hockey player, like
I was
when
gonna
he
say
was
it's worked out.
younger, but yeah, it's cool to see again a kid that I used to coach for a couple weeks in the summer, and all his friends back then loved selling. They were little 5, 6, 7, 8 year olds, and they were so competitive, but they loved selling. Every time they'd score, gloves would be off. All of them would tackle each other.
After every goal.
We're talking about in practice drills.
Oh my God.
Every time they'd score, they loved scoring, and they'd go nuts whenever any one of them scored. And all of them would go over to the person, throw off their gloves and do sellies. They loved it. And then the dad hated it because he was kind of old school. So he's like, stop selling. But the kids, every single excuse they got to selly, even in practice drills, would selly. It was the best thing
That's
ever.
funny.
It was so funny to watch, but super competitive, all those kids. And there was a bunch of ex-NHLers all around that age group that had kids, and they were all on the same team, kind of around Stillman's age group too.
I think Savard had a kid around that age.
Yeah, exactly. They're all kind of around that age group, so it was pretty funny to see all of them young, and then all be very good, but all so super competitive. Playing capture the flag, and they're losing their minds if their team started losing. It was pretty interesting. So
what you're saying is that you're part of the reason why Porter Martone is the captain of Team Canada right now.
Yeah, I'm going to give myself maybe 0.0001%.
Hey, you're still there, man. You're still there. So anyways, back to the Chicago game. The last thing I want to talk about after the Selly was Joe Bowen's son ended up calling the game.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't want to use the Holy Mackinac call because, he's like, that's my dad's. That's how we're honoring him tonight, and I don't want to use that call. So there's 2 goals, 8 seconds apart. So Matthews' goal happens, and the call goes as he's like, this Holy Mackinac night, I almost use it there, but I can't use it. And then Joshua comes down and scores that goal.
Yeah.
And then Jim Ralph is like, just say it. And he says it, and it's honestly one of the best calls. Gave me chills, man.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool stuff.
So even in the season of friggin' dread right now, there is still some highlights that I love. That's why I want to talk about that moment.
Yeah.
Because talking about...
After that, it got pretty dark.
After that, we ended up losing 3 games in a row. First to Washington, 4-0, where the Leafs they got drummed, they looked disinterested, they had no jam, they had nothing going for them, man. And I don't even understand this team sometimes.
And then it's how can they follow that performance? And they're like, hold my beer, let's go to Nashville.
Where again, oh man, they lost 6-3 to Nashville.
And then they're like, let's do an encore of the encore performance and go to Dallas.
Dallas was worse. Dallas was better. Dallas was better because they actually played well. They had just as many shots as Dallas, and it was 2-1 with 10 minutes to go in the third.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I just saw the final score because I was busy that day. So I just figured
actually a better game.
Really, we're tanking on purpose when I looked at the score.
So in the Nashville one, Riley gets absolutely undressed by Evangelista, who was a third liner. And man, that sums up the game right there. Just they did not look good. It's the team they should be beating, and they just got drummed again. Those 3 games basically, Chicago, Washington, and Nashville, they just looked awful. Mm-hmm. It was awful hockey.
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing they got the news that someone was getting fired for the Dallas one because they actually played well. Lawton keeps it up, man. He scores another goal. I
saw that goal. It was a nice goal.
It was a nice goal. And he just keeps getting better. Now that he's back from that injury and keeps playing more games. And the D did look better in that game. Offense was like crap. But yeah, so they were shooting the puck. They had lots of shots on net. Ottinger played well. Sometimes you just run to a hot goalie and it looked good. Looked good hockey until the last 10 minutes. They kind of gave up. But 3 losses in a row.
And at that point, if we did the pod, like I said, everything would be burning. The world's on fire. And now we're doing the podcast a little different.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Honestly, us going to the game tomorrow now, I'm more excited about it than I would have been if it was 3 games ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the recency bias is there.
Oh, it's there because this team looks amazing. This is the best team in the world.
Playing the parade again. We're back. We're back, baby.
So after the 3-game skid, all core four guys looked terrible. They had 0 points. They couldn't get anything going.
It was bad.
And Nylander even had a quote where he's like, I don't think I've ever been in this position before. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I never had this happen to me before.
Yeah, and he never says stuff like that, so that was not good to hear.
And you're like, oh my God, man, what's going on with this team? So I think he went on a 4-game pointless streak or 5-game pointless streak.
Over 5, yeah.
And yeah, he's like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what's going on. So then they played Dallas. They play Pittsburgh next. They crush Pittsburgh 6-3. Nylander gets 4 points that game. He looks amazing. Matthews has 0 points that game. They beat him pretty well. This will be my goal of the week in the Pittsburgh game. Domi has an end-to-end rush with the game-winning goal. And it was like a big surprise. Nobody saw us coming. No. He starts in his own zone, gets a pass from Riley, rips through the neutral zone, dekes the crap out of whoever was playing defense. I think it was Letang or Carlson. Might have been Carlson. I don't know, was it one of those guys?
I don't know. I can't remember who it was, but undressed and put through the triangle.
And man, just puts her away and just goal of the year kind of candidate goal. Which was
awesome.
So that looks mint. And then it was a close game. They got hemmed a few times that game. A couple empty netters. So it's not like...
Was that the first game that Mark Savard was in?
No.
Or was out?
Was Sullivan, yeah. Steve Sullivan was not even... I don't think he was the assistant coach yet, though.
Oh.
They might have named it after that game.
But it was like Mark Savard got fired before that game.
Yes.
Yeah. And so, yeah, the boys were playing a lot better.
They did get hemmed a couple times. They were still outshot. They did look a lot better, though. They should have drummed that team a lot more than they did. But a win's a win. We're going to start with that one.
Yeah.
They look good. And then the Ottawa game, oh my God, man.
Different team.
Well, no, but still 7-5. It was a friggin' shootout of a game.
Mm-hmm. But Leafs had control of that one most of it.
They did. It was more in their favor, for sure.
Yeah.
Neither goalie played that well.
Because didn't the Leafs have a 5-1 lead at one point?
5-2.
Oh, okay.
They got to 5-4. And they scored. Then they made it 6-4, and then 6-5, and then the empty netter.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a back and forth game. They should have beat Ottawa better than that, but it was a wild game to watch. And it was nice watching the team stick up for each other, hitting, pushing the guys around. Like, yeah, this team is looking different that way too, about being more cohesive.
A team, yeah.
Yes. There was scrums in front of the net where everybody's involved. There was one with Ottawa that lasted, like, honestly, 2 minutes of just them, everybody ragdolling each other. Mm-hmm. And pushing everybody around, and then someone else was coming, and they come back in. Good. And it was great to see.
Battle of Ontario.
Joshua is just a tank, man.
Yeah.
And then it was the Ottawa game where, I don't know if you saw this clip, Troy Stetcher at the end of the game was throwing his arms up to the crowd. Tell them, let's go.
Yeah.
And that was awesome to see. Was that
and the guys love that guy.
How could you not, man?
Yeah.
Everybody should love this guy. A waiver pickup who's playing top 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And he looks in place. He doesn't look out of place at all.
Yeah. You would never think when you're bringing in a waiver guy that you're going to get that out of him.
And, like, he's going to move the needle of your team, right?
Yeah.
And, like, since Lawton came back, this team's looked better. Just things keep happening, and this team just keeps rolling with it. Find the coach. Oh, we're better now. We just keep getting better with each thing that happens.
Yeah. And hey, adversity, if you get to the playoffs this year, that's a lot of adversity this year.
And nothing can keep you down.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah.
And another thing I want to talk about, like, another exciting games these last ones have been.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, like, watchable games. And not just
like old Leafs games earlier this year.
They just want to skip through and just be like, oh, this is terrible.
At times, a lot of it.
So the Detroit one was another very exciting game. They lose 3-2 in overtime. That could have went either way in overtime. But honestly, I'll give the edge to Detroit in the actual game because they had a couple more posts. They had a couple more dangerous scoring chances than the Leafs did.
But we're also missing Nylander.
Yeah, I know. He's our OT god. Well, Hildeby was on fire that game. He looked amazing.
Thank goodness we're having good goaltending right now.
I know. And it sucks that overtime goal that was scored against the Leafs against Detroit.
Yeah.
This is going to be shown on Hildeby's fucking...
yeah, like blunder list or whatever. Come on, like...
Barely a blunder.
Barely a blunder, and also there could have been better defensive support after the blunder. So
like all three people fell in that play. That's like honestly, I was watching that game and I'm like, is the ice at Little Caesars Arena
tilted?
Good at all? No, tilted, not good. Like the puck was bouncing a lot over everybody's stick. It was a wild game that way.
Yeah, you never know if they have a basketball game or a concert the night before. Sometimes it just ruins the ice.
That's a good question, yeah. So I wonder if something like that did happen, because that was a Sunday game, so something could have happened Saturday night.
Yeah. And then they just got everything off in time.
Yeah.
Before the game.
Could be. And there was a couple things where I don't like talking bad about the refs. They do a fine job themselves, but there was a scrum in front of the Detroit net where Bobby McMahon bumped the goalie going by, and the goalie was out of the crease. Like he came out to save a puck, and Bobby McMahon was kind of going to the net too to try to get the puck in the net, and they kind of bumped. And as we all know, you don't touch another team's goalie. Mm-hmm. So that's going to cause a scrum. So him and Moritz Seider go at it. Arvidsson's in there. Larkin, all of the Detroit players are fighting. The Leafs players are fighting. Everybody's hitting each other. So you're thinking coincidental minors, right? No. Bobby McMahon gets the extra 2 for holding the stick. Get this, holding the stick. Now tell me how that happens in a scrum.
In a scrum is hilarious because it's not in play. Like holding the stick is in play, not a between the whistles penalty.
Right? So when you're getting punched and thrown around,
you're just in a scrum. Ref, he's holding my stick. He's holding my stick. Instead of like punching somebody, he's like, I got a stick.
Both hands on it.
Whoa. This is my stick now. Ref, do something.
Oh, man. So I didn't get that one. All I could think of was that the Leafs were up 2 power plays to 0 at that point. So they were doing some game management.
That's interesting. Holding the stick in a scrum is crazy work.
And then a lot of people were saying there's a missed call in overtime where Matthews got tripped.
Yeah. And
which
that led to the goal.
Yeah.
And that was, to me, pretty obvious. The guy's stick was right between the guy's
leg, right between his legs.
Right between his legs, like textbook trip.
Yeah.
Like
textbook can opener.
Yeah, like just call it. That's such an easy call.
So that ends with, so the last 3 games, it was 2-0-1. They've got 5 out of 6 points. Those last 2 are back-to-back games, so that's 3 out of 4 points there. Yeah. And like you can't ask for more from a back-to-back.
No.
So that Detroit game, as meant like in a vacuum, that's maybe a loss that shouldn't have happened. But everything around it, like a back-to-back game, you come out with a point. You looked great playing in that game. Just a couple holes in the defensive side that easily can be fixed up. I'm happy with.
Yeah, and
Matthews rang one off the crossbar in overtime right before he got tripped.
Yeah, on a crazy play.
Mm-hmm.
If that went in, that's like Ovechkin-esque.
Oh, man. And then I'd have been like, he is so back.
Yeah, but people are already saying that. They're like, Matthews back? Because the way he's been playing. People have been saying that online. I saw a lot of the games, so.
There is a bit, because there was a partial break in Ottawa, the Ottawa game. I don't know, again, you never know if he's just gassed, but like, he did not want to go for it. You could tell, like, he's like, I don't want to take that extra stride. Like, it hurt. Like, I don't know. And then he noticed that he was the only one around, so he had to be the one to go get that puck. Mm-hmm. And just looked labored, and it was hard on him, almost. And then he shot and missed the net, but that's here nor there.
Yeah, interesting. So, but yeah, people are like, oh, Matthews back. And the turning point of all this has just been firing Mark Savard. That was it. And ever since then, you look at, that's 3 games in a row now. A lot of points that we're picking up. Teams playing totally different. Interesting.
New assistant coach bump, maybe?
I don't know. It's like they didn't even need Sullivan too, because just the Pittsburgh game has
Well,
just got rid of him.
I don't think they had any power plays in that game.
Oh,
I remember looking, yeah, because I don't know if they got a power play goal or if they even had power plays.
yeah. I don't know.
Which is weird in a 6-3 game, but yeah.
Yeah, all 5-on-5 goals for the Leafs.
Yeah. And one was an empty netter, so.
Yeah, but still pretty good.
2 were empty netters, sorry. So, my player of the week this week, do you want to go first, Jack?
I don't really have one. I'm watching enough.
Okay, let's just move on. My player of the week, Bobby McMahon. He gets promoted to the first line. He's been ripping in there. He knows his job, which I love. And that's him going into the corners, being the first one in, hitting whoever's there, grabbing the puck from whoever's there, or at least creating an opportunity for us to get the puck in the offensive zone.
Yeah.
And he gets in there, he wins those 50-50 battles, or he gets the puck loose to someone else who's coming in as well. And it's finally nice to see one person going in on this dump and chase.
I like how Brew-based systems all based on dumping and chasing, going low, building it out low, and working low in the offensive zone. Whereas like Keefe was that high slot cycle, and which is like what Team Canada is doing now with Dale Hunter, and it creates a lot of offensive chances. So that's again where they're saying, Matthews' production down.
Really?
Because there's not as much off the high slot where he could come in and just shoot.
Rip one.
Yeah, whereas now everything's working out of low cycle. And but yeah, McMahon, when he's on his game and doing the stuff that he does best, that you named it, just getting in there so fast, beating guys, winning those battles, and being a great power forward with a fair bit of skill to him too.
And it seems like everybody just underestimates his speed all the time.
He always is getting underestimated with his speed. Like, yeah. I don't understand how they don't know yet.
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it too. It's just shocking to me that they're just like, oh yeah, and then all of a sudden he just flies by them.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's McMahon, don't worry, we got time. He rips in there.
Yeah.
So he has 4 points in his last 4 games. He's playing very well in this first line of him, Matthews, and Domi. They've looked great together, and this just reminds me of like the Bertuzzi, Domi, Matthews line. Just with McMahon, who has more skill.
Yeah.
And speed. And like I just feel like Matthews doesn't need the big guys on his line. Like he can run his own line. If that's the case, this is the line.
And that would be great because we always want Matthews driving his own line. So yeah.
So Bobby McMahon, my player of the week. Domi on the other end getting my goal of the week. This first line is just, that's what we need to be the top 6 going.
And I like it too because I don't feel like we're like spoiling all our good players on one line as well. Now we can spread it out throughout the other lines.
Yeah, like we had Nyes on the third line for a bit when he wasn't playing well.
Yeah. And you're playing pretty deep when you have Nyes on your third line.
Or he's just playing that shit.
Yeah, but also...
So that brings me up to the next question I got, Jack. Tank or playoffs? What is your predictions for the rest of the season?
And that's the crazy thing. If we did the pod a week ago, before they fired Mark Savard, we'd probably be all in agreement. All right, at this point, blow it up, tank.
Well, I wouldn't ask this question last time. It would have been tank?
Yeah.
Should we tank?
When are we tanking? Are we tanking now? But I'm sitting here thinking, ride it out because the last 3 games.
Yes, but like if you look at the standings right now, they are 2 points out of last place in the East and 3 points out of the wild card spot.
Yeah.
What is this division? Or what is this conference, altogether?
Pretty shitty.
This is what Gary Bettman wanted his whole life, is like the parody of the NHL, where the whole conference is within 8 points.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exciting for fans because every team's within it, and then you don't have teams just tanking because they're all within reach, and you can go on a run and still it's attainable.
Yeah, so that begs the question, like out west, are Minnesota, Colorado, Dallas, are they that good? Or is it those teams that are at the bottom just suck that bad?
I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a gap.
In the West, it is.
I know, but I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a gap as far as like skill wise between the best team in the NHL and the lowest team in the NHL.
Sometimes it is.
It's not like the NBA, man.
Well, it's definitely not like the NBA.
Or MLB. You know, like the last place team can still beat the best team in the league. On that
10th, 9 out of 10 times this team will beat us.
Yeah.
This is that 10th time.
Dan.
If I was Calgary, I'd be giving that speech every night. So you didn't answer, Jack. So you say playoffs or middle ground, or do you think they're going to make the playoffs?
No, I say playoffs. Last 3 games, I'm curious to see how things go forward from now. And if they go back into their old ways once again and go on another losing skid like the one we experienced before this podcast, then I'm done.
You're done? I'm
like, they're too inconsistent. It's at that point, we're in December, going into January, you got to just tank.
So I think they have 13 games before the Olympics. Mm-hmm. What record would you like to see in those 13 games for you not selling the players off?
I think they got to be at least over 500.
Oof, that's it?
For me, yeah. Because
for me,
I don't think they're still going to do... I don't think the East is going to just blow up like that and spread out. I think they'll still be in it if they have they go 7-6.
I need them to have 10 wins in the next 13 games.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's what they need, man.
They
want to show that they're a playoff team. You have to go on a run.
I don't think they're showing that they're a playoff team. I think they're going to show that they're a wild card team.
Even with 10 wins out of 13?
No, with 8 wins.
So yeah, if they're anything below that, I say you start trading players. Like if you're going to be on the bubble, then I think you're done. There's no point.
Yeah, I know it all depends on what other teams are doing during that.
Yeah. And let's say Matthews has been battling an injury and they're at the bubble or around the wild, just below the wild card or something, or maybe below that. And he is battling injury and maybe needs surgery or something like that. So do you sit him down after the Olympics?
Dude, they'll never admit that, and they'll never actually do a surgery.
It's his decision.
Yeah, but it never seems like it will happen, or else it should have happened ages ago.
I think he might even wait for the Olympics.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because he wanted to play in that, but
and he was named captain, and he was...
Yeah, that's his dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, if we'll all find out in the next couple months. Fun stuff to look forward to.
So in the next poll, I want you to say, are the Leafs a wild card team or a playoff team, or should they be tanking?
Tank or playoffs? Do the poll. Do a poll. All right, so poll, tank, or wild card playoff team?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get to the injuries. Willie, day to day now, after the Ottawa game, didn't see what happened. They didn't even show any they didn't know either. So nobody knows how he got injured. They must have tweaked something. He wasn't in the Detroit game. Easton Cowan ended up playing, who looked good enough on the game, which I thought. Carlo is back on the ice. So, sorry, this is injury corner, by the way. Carlo's back on the ice finally after his surgery. So he's going to be up and coming here soon. And the new news on Stolarz is they don't know what's wrong, and he's out indefinitely.
Wow.
At this point, if there wasn't for the
back,
Tanev did come back in the Pittsburgh game.
How did he look?
Good, except for he did have one bad giveaway where he gave it to a guy in the slot from behind the net for a one-timer on our goalie.
Oh, nice.
But other than that, he looked good. And his quote after the game was, he said it was nice to give someone a Christmas present.
That's hilarious. And then the other games, he looked good.
Oh yeah, he looks like his old self, blocking shots, great outlet
love that.
passes.
So Tanev's back, so that helps bolster our D.
Mhm.
Now, so Stolarz, indefinitely, they can't even figure out what the hell this thing is.
No.
Jake Muzzin.
Stop saying everybody who's injured indefinitely is Jake Muzzin.
Luke Robitaille.
That's better.
Joffrey Lupul.
People who've been injured for the Leafs for 500, Alex.
Clarkson.
Nathan Horton.
Oh, Tim Horton.
What?
Oh, we're not rhyming?
No, we're not. That's not a rhyme. That's just saying the same name.
Yeah, but it still rhymes.
So, yeah, and then those are the injuries right now that we have. So it's actually gone down quite a bit, and everybody's finally coming back, which is nice. I think Willie's going to be... He traveled with the team to Detroit, so I think he's actually day-to-day because he could have played if he was ready to go. So I wonder if it's his migraines flaring up.
Mm-hmm.
If it was just like something that was nonsense.
Yeah, because that's why he keeps getting out, because he's sick. That's what they keep saying.
And that's why he wears a tinted visor too during the games.
Yeah.
And next we'll go to, since we already talked about the World Juniors, the Leaf prospects at the World Juniors. We have Ben Danford for Canada playing on the third pairing. I haven't really watched that many games. They said he's looked good.
Yeah, he's just kind of like, you don't notice him.
Yeah, which is perfect what you want from him.
Which is what you want with a third line pairing, because he's not getting terrible amount of ice time as a third line pairing, and so you just want him to go out there, do his job, and not be obvious, because if he was obvious, then it's like usually he's screwed up.
And he's on the PK for the team. That's like his main role, and a defensive defenseman anyways. Yeah. So you don't want to notice those guys. And then I just wanted to say, since he's been traded to the Bulldogs, he has 12 points in 15 games. So he even has a little offensive flair going too.
Dude, this Brantford team's lighting it up.
Yeah. Are they hosting or something? Like, why are they making this all-star team?
I don't know. They're stacked.
And for Sweden, we have Victor Johansson playing. He hasn't got in yet, but he is on the Swedish team.
And for a future prospect, if we decide to tank, Stenberg.
Who's Stenberg?
The projected overall first to beat McKenna out.
Really?
Yeah, guy's sick.
And Verhoff is number 3 right now as well.
And Verhoff is playing tonight.
He looked decent. He already got an assist.
You were watching?
I watched the first period of the Denmark game.
Nice, yeah. It was a good game to bring him in for because it's Denmark. So
it was a smashing in the first period.
What's that?
It was a smashing in the first period.
What was the score?
It was only 3-0, but the shots were 16-1.
Oof.
Yeah. And like McKenna missed an open net with 2 seconds left. So it should be 4. It should have been 4-0, but then they were all over them.
Yeah, and they should be, rightfully so. Like they beat them like 13-1 in the prelims or something like that.
Yeah. So now you did talk about Matthews. I want to bring him up again. I say he's looking like his normal self. Seemed like the break helped him, like the Christmas break. He rang one off the post, like I was saying earlier, against Detroit with a cannon of a shot. And like you were saying, Ovechkin-esque play. Billy was needed for that OT. We knew that. It sucks that we lost him. And I do have Tanev here back on D, stabilizing the back end. He looks good. He's back with McCabe again. They got that nice defensive pairing. Riley's with Myers. That's the only one that looks off right now. Myers, he is serviceable for only so many games, I think.
Yeah.
And then you're done.
Yeah.
But we have nobody to
fill that role.
No. And actually, Rafai just got sent down. He cleared waivers, and he's going to be back playing with the Marlies finally after being injured since the preseason.
Yeah, so that would be sweet if he could start playing some good minutes with the Marlies, get his touch back, and I'd be curious to see him up with the team. Like last year when I saw him, he was good enough, I thought. I would have liked to see him.
It just sucks. Like he looked like he had a step even this year, and then he just
he had a step in preseason. He looked great in preseason.
So that's all good news. And the last thing I want to talk about is the face-offs of this team, because they're number 1 in the league right now.
Dude, they're killing it.
Them and Ottawa are their first and second, and they were talking about it all game. The Ottawa and Toronto game.
And then Toronto was doing well against Ottawa, no?
Ottawa killed them in the first couple periods, I think, and then Toronto came back in the third, which is more important at that point.
Because I know Tavares and Matthews are just studs right now.
And the other two guys. So since Scott Laughton returned to the lineup on November 20th, the Leafs PK is 92.6%, which is insane. From the start of the season, Leafs are still top in the face-offs. Matthews has a 59.3% this season.
Yeah.
It's his previous best was 56.8, so he's even beating his previous best.
Mm-hmm.
Tavares is a 60% right now.
Yeah.
He's only behind one other year where he was 60.6%. So he's just behind that one. Roy, who it was actually terrible before this, his average was 47.7%. He's up to 54.2. So he's winning his face-offs altogether.
Mm-hmm.
And Laughton is at a 63% right now since he came back.
Nice.
So like all of them are destroying it on the face-off dot.
Nice.
All four of our centers. And last thing, Dakota Joshua leads the team in hits. He is 9th in the league right now.
For hits. Good for him. That's what you want. Big guy like that. That's why we brought these guys in. Finish more checks. Make it hard for teams.
All of those scrums, Joshua right in the middle. Hands around two guys, punching one guy, throwing the other one. I'm like, dude, I really like this fucking guy.
I love this. Like, that's what we need. We need guys, like, even if you're going into our barn, you think, okay, like, it shouldn't be a fun game to play the Toronto Maple Leafs. You go in there and it's like, we have to play the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's going to take a lot out of us.
That's exactly what you want through every game.
That's what you want. You want to really grind other teams down and make it hard for them to win in your barn or like end any game against you. So I like this a lot.
I wish they would say the same thing about our fans too. Be like, oh, this barn is always so loud and raucous and that first period's hard to get through.
Just can't have it, but you also can't have all the money either.
No, I know.
Have it both ways, so... Anyway, because then with the money comes top facilities and all that other nice stuff that comes with it that brings players to us. So,
and you think we win more cups because of that?
You'd think, but, you know, look at the Yankees. They don't win every year either.
The Yankees lose!
Okay. Okay, Guerrero. But also...
Quote of a lifetime, dude.
One thing we didn't talk about was on the power play, they put Nice to the bumper position.
On the second unit.
Yeah.
So they actually split up some guys.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool.
He had a cannon against Ottawa.
Yeah.
Man, what a shot that was.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool to see. Just again, change.
And Domi sifting passes through. He is doing well with he's starting to heat up, which is nice to see.
Yeah, it's good to see because I like Domi as a Leaf. Like, you know, the guy bleeds blue and white. So.
And every time he has a bad game or like whatever, the people online are always like, "Oh, the only reason he's not traded because of his name. The only reason he's even in this league is because of his name." I'm like, "Oh my god, shut up!" These fans are the worst, man.
They are, yeah.
Maybe that's why we keep losing fans because we keep saying they're bad.
This is a podcast for the fans, and we keep chirping our audience.
You all suck.
Go back to your shanties.
Woo!
So if you're still listening,
thanks for listening this long. And for the week ahead, I want you to play hard and have fun.
Play hard, have fun.